So it's 12:33 a.m. on December 5th. I think it's December, what is it? Oh, it's December 6th now. 12:33 a.m. December 6th. I just got done lingering at my mom's house because, frankly, I am afraid to go home. I've been pretty regularly harassed by my neighbors for the past 5-6 months, at least a couple times a week. They're doing some sort of criminal mischief, whether it be throwing things into my backyard, like dirt and rocks, trying to mess up my backyard, or they're moving my trash cans around, or they just resort to blocking the driveway so I can't leave. I was getting ready to go to work today, and the male of the couple came home for something, and I got in my car at the same time as he was leaving, so I tried to do the diplomatic, mature thing and let him just back out first, because it looked like he was on his way somewhere, like I was, so I was trying to be diplomatic and like I typically do, and let him just reverse, and he decided to do so and then block the driveway so that I could not leave, and I was on my way to work. So it's stuff like this, that's incredibly immature and pointless, and it's just a tool for them to just basically cause me as much inconvenience or frustration as they can. She's always constantly coaxing me by, screaming at me from her living room when I'm leaving for work, calling me a cunt and a bitch and trying to get me to fight her, all without provocation, all on a whim, it seems like. So this morning, after that incident, I guess, of him not allowing me to leave, I just have a bad feeling. I just have a bad feeling that when I get home, there's going to be another case of vandalism, or maybe they parked in my spot so I can't park in my driveway, stuff like that. Who knows? It doesn't matter how often I try to be the bigger person. It doesn't matter how much time goes by in between altercations or run-ins or whatever. It doesn't end. Whether it be the female screaming at me, cussing at me, trying to get me to fight her, or the male doing ridiculous childish shit like blocking the driveway and not allowing me to leave, because he knows I can't necessarily do anything about that. The only thing I can do is flail my arms and like, hey, can you move please, which me asking him to nicely move would not work. It would not work because that's not what he is looking for. He's not blocking the driveway by accident because he's just being absent-minded. He's blocking the driveway specifically to frustrate and perturb me. Because when I looked in my rearview mirror, he was recording me. He had the light turned on his phone. So I have to record every time I come home, every time I leave. It's just a way of making sure that there is documentation of the stuff that goes down, because if something happens and they attack me or she attacks me or some sort of vandalism comes upon my car or something, or they hurt my dog, which I honestly wouldn't put past them, I need some sort of documentation of that, some sort of proof that I have been dealing with these people in this situation for so long, and I just can't do anything about it. The cops don't do anything. My landlord doesn't do anything. And I get it. Like, I totally get it. The cops have better things to do, bigger fish to fry. They don't care very much about a young female being, harassed by her neighbors. It doesn't matter to them. They're dealing with, they're dealing with robbers and rapists and stuff like that. So my situation is very trivial to a police officer, but this is my life and this is what I have to deal with every day, and I'm overcome by anxiety and stress over this situation every day, over the concern of what's going to happen when I get home, what's going to happen when I leave, what are they going to do now to provoke me, what are they going to do now to which, by the way, I'm not sure what the point of trying to provoke me is, because I don't do anything when they do. I, at the very most, have verbally asked them what they're doing, why they're doing what they're doing, and how ridiculous this is. I've remarked about how ridiculous this is and how childish they are being, and there's nothing I can do, nothing I can say. I could be the nicest person on the planet to them at this point. I could bring them fucking cookies and milk, and it wouldn't matter. Because I'm not dealing with adults, I'm dealing with ridiculous children. So I'm stopping right now to get gas. Just more hesitation, worrying about having to go home. I don't know if anybody else has to deal with similar situations like this. Being worried about their neighbors. When it's just you and you're kind of teamed up against somebody else and it's 2 against 1, it can be kind of harrowing. And I've never had to deal with this before. I never had to deal with these kinds of people in this sort of situation. It's all news to me. So, yeah. I'm not the kind of person that is going to sit there and cause problems with somebody for no reason. I'm not the kind of person that's going to start fights with somebody for no reason. Gosh. Burr, yo. Anyway, so this is just all really fucking really tiring. A part of why this bothers me so much is it kind of just makes me feel like a little bit of a bitch. Like I don't fight her. I don't retaliate against them. I don't do anything to sort of commit payback. So that makes me feel like a weakling. It makes me feel stupid. It makes me feel like I'm not, defending myself. And it makes me wonder, like, if I wasn't trying to avoid a charge because I can't get a charge, I can't have anything on my record. If I wasn't trying to avoid a charge, how would I handle the situation? Would I handle it the same? Would I retaliate? Because this female that is coaxing me to try and fight her all the time, and this calling me names and committing petty vandalism, she obviously has nothing to lose. She's got nothing to lose because she doesn't have a life. She literally does nothing every day. I apologize that I'm looking in the camera all the fucking time. Just looking at myself in the camera instead of looking at the actual lens. I apologize. I don't vlog. I'm just trying something because I feel very alone. It's fucking pathetic. I feel very alone. So, hopefully when I get home tonight, there won't be any problems. There won't be any new vandalism. I'm going to take my sleeping pill now so that when I get there, I'll be tired. A little ASMR for you guys. Sorry. Yeah, I feel extremely alone. That's why I'm recording this, guys. Sorry, that was incredibly annoying. Anyway, so once again, when I get home, I will be... I just saw it flash, like a weird light flashing, and it's tripping me out. You never know when those popos are fucking hanging around. God forbid a cop see me holding my phone. So yeah, I'll be recording again when I get home. Because that's the life of a frightened vagina. No, I'm just kidding. That's the life of someone who's constantly fucking harassed by their neighbors. And they're too afraid of not filming when they get home because they're gonna get fucking murked. I'm just kidding. I rebuke that. All right. Hopefully everything is fine.